Hello, Ben.
Hello.
Why are we in the closet? Just on the edge.
Alright, can you just go through this down there?
So you.
Yeah, so we've ripped everything out of here. There was they'd used paper to make it look nice, which it absolutely didn't.
Well, this is probably quite a while ago. When it was done, it might have been nice.
Questionable. I mean, the choice of colour for the rest of the place is just didn't. Anyway. So yeah, smoothing it all down. It's getting painted, shelves sanded, varnished, and then we'll have a nice. What colour are we putting in here?
I think the orange color.
The on the walls.
That's on the walls. So it'll kind of go with what's in the room.
Okay.
Yeah, which this orange color here.
Yeah, we shouldn't need any primer on the wall. We can get strands over the paint. Prime the sides, paint those.
Yeah.
Jobs are good. And
excellent. It's looking good. And yesterday, Todd had sanded down. These are the shelves that go in there. Todd had sanded them down. So they're ready to be stained. And I just caught view of Sylvain, but he ran away. So we'll catch up with him later. Qu'est-ce que ça? Qu'est-ce que ça?
Donc du coup ça c'est l'angle de la, on va dire de la corniche.
Okay. So it is this little corner at the top of the fireplace, and c'est cassé à cause de la fixation de la fil.
Parce qu'en fait ils avaient mis des fixations avec les pointes.
Oui.
Et c'est là où il y avait le tube métallique pour tout simplement l'électricité. Donc du coup ça a été fragilisé.
Oui.
Mais donc du coup on l'a retiré doucement parce qu'en fait ça s'était séparé.
Oui. So voilà. There was electrical cable attached to that, and it was nailed in. Ça c'est des clous.
Oui.
So it was nailed into the plaster, and it was taken out, but it made the plaster fragile from the nails, and so that piece broke off. And Sylvain va recoller le morceau. So Sylvain very carefully removed it because it was fractured, and he will glue it back into place so that it'll be preserved. Excellent. And then there are these other little pieces, these little grills that we can't remember where they're from. C'est possible de griller était dans le mur? Dans la curvature de le mur? Le rondelle? Rondelle, no. L'arrondi de le mur?
Oui.
C'est possible c'était là? L'ancien mur?
Non, c'est pas. Non. Ça doit être des grilles de cheminée, on dirait. Alors de laquelle, je ne sais pas. Ouais, soit de cheminée ou peut-être d'extérieur, mais ça va.
Il y a peut-être, mais il y a des grilles comme ça dans l'extérieur, mais je pense qu'il est encore là.
On n'a rien retiré à l'extérieur.
Oui.
C'était intérieur ça. Hein. À l'extérieur, on n'a rien touché donc.
Well, il y a.
Maybe, oui, mais c'est pas les mêmes.
Là,
c'est des rondes.
ce n'est pas la même. Ça c'est pour la cheminée dans la bibliothèque. Oui. Il était un tuyau en terre cuite.
Oui, peut-être ici une ancienne cheminée alors.
Non, c'est.
Qui était dans le sol?
C'était en dessous du sol?
Oui.
Oui. C'est pour l'alimentation d'air dans la cheminée.
Oui, c'est vrai.
So I was thinking those plates maybe were from the outside the house, like this one. This was added. Ça, c'est nouveau. Oh, ce n'est pas original de la maison.
Non, on savait.
C'est quand on a refait la cheminée.
Oui, bien sûr.
So this little vent here I thought maybe those were also from the exterior, but they're not. But this little vent was added at some point when they redid the chimney in the fireplace in the library. And they added a pipe under the floor that came out here to feed air to the fireplace. So it was a way of adding air into the fireplace. There is the same thing in the front of the house for the fireplace in the dining room. Il y a la même chose à la vente de la maison pour les cheminées dans la salle à manger.
Oui, c'est vrai en plus, oui. Oui.
Ça, c'est la nouvelle technologie.
Nouvelle technologie.
Nouvelle technologie.
C'est vrai en plus, oui.
Oui, it was a new technology of fireplaces when they were redone. So that was not original to the house. So, ça c'est intéressant. Il y a les autres.
Oui.
Just a poser là.
Il y a beaucoup.
Oh, okay. I'm carrying a bunch of things in my arms. Plus, I'm holding the phone. Okay. It's possible that these two pieces, I think that's Mark, you might remember, were in the walls where the curve is, just to provide ventilation. Je pense, mais je ne sais pas si c'est dans le mur.
Non, il n'y en avait pas.
No.
Non.
Okay.
Ici, j'ai jamais vu.
Okay.
Deux arrondis.
All right, Sylvain says no. Absolument, no.
Non, je pense pas. Non.
Il y a deux aussi, ça c'est bizarre. Mais ce n'est pas,
Je me rappelle.
ce n'est pas dans le
J'avais des photos.
cheminée ici.
Non, ici. Non, c'est Ben et Steven qui ont fait tomber
Oui.
les arrondis en briques et il n'y avait pas de trou. Non, pas aucun trou. C'est sûr. Je me rappelle bien, je connais bien le château. Mais lui.
La chose est il y a deux. The thing is that there are two.
Ouais.
So
Mais n'est pas les arrondis, ça c'est sûr. Les arrondis, non.
he says they were definitely not in the rounded parts of these walls. I think they were.
On va trouver. C'est une énigme.
On doit trouver des photos de
Oui,
la pièce ici. Et on va voir.
J'en ai beaucoup de photos. Je peux regarder dans ma bibliothèque.
Combien d'argent?
Moi, je parie, je suis sûr à 100%.
100%. So 100 euros?
Allez,
Si vous avez raison.
Monopoly, les billets Monopoly, c'est OK?
All right, I'm asking if he's willing to put 100 euros on the fact he's ensure that those little vents were not in the walls here. Je vais demander à Ben, peut-être.
Oui, on peut demander à Ben.
Mais vraiment,
Mais je sais que Sylvain a gagné.
la tête de Ben, ce n'est pas le plus
Fiable.
fiable. Le mémoire. Parce qu'il est très âgé. I'm saying that, well, ask Ben, but, you know, his memory isn't necessarily the best. Ben, there are two, like, old metal vent covers, small ones, in bedroom 3. Obviously painted over, you know, they were in somewhere in the house. And we're wondering, Sylvain says you and Steven took down the curved walls. I think they were maybe in the curved walls just to kind of vent that air, you know, the space behind them, but I don't know for sure.
No, they weren't.
Damn.
Whatever vents weren't there when we took them all down. They just had the space with the plastic boxes.
At the top.
Yeah.
They weren't lower down? Like closer to the floor, maybe?
No.
No.
I don't remember those. I just remember that there were two spaces
Okay. Yeah.
where the big vents came.
Do you remember where those metal grills came from? There's a pair of they're kind of they're obviously from a wall. And there's a
I
pair.
don't recall. We'll have to look at all the photos, I suppose.
So that's what we're looking at. Okay, I just thought maybe you
There's
remember.
two in there, and then maybe there's the ones that have to go back where the ventilation goes.
Oh. All right, we'll see. I was just wondering if you remembered.
Right.
J'abandonne trop de photos.
I dropped my bag. Juste mettre, poser là. Oui, merci. Ben dit la même chose que toi.
Ah,
il a dit il n'y a pas de...
Non, il n'y avait pas de trou. Votre chambre, il n'y a pas?
Non.
Et le même?
Je pense, oui.
C'est sûr. Mais Non, mais de son ici.
C'est un mystère.
Mais... Ouais, ça c'est mystère.
C'est un mystère. Peut-être Marc te souvient.
Peut-être,
Ça c'est bien. On va voir.
Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain.
I'm going back to Sylvain because I just spoke to Marc. Marc se souvient.
Ah ouais? Moi, on me dit vestiaire du chef, environ, dans cette zone.
Pardon?
C'était pas vestiaire du chef?
Non. C'est dans la chambre 3. Il a dit qu'il était dans le mur, mais en la place que Gascon Electricity a coupé le trou pour les ventilations, il était là avant. Ça c'est la raison. Tu ne te souviens pas. Parce qu'il n'est pas là quand Ben et Steven enlevé le mur. Oui, et Marc a dit le gris était sur le mur dans le rond de le mur.
Je me rappelle pas.
Mais ça c'est avant Gascon Electricity a installé les tuyaux pour les ventilations dans l'ancien. So the mystery is, and it's sort of a little bit of a complicated story. So I'm talking about these two grills. They were in this wall on either side where the curvature is, in the original walls that were there. At some point, our company, Gascon Electricity, had cut them out to put in ventilation, to put in vents, because that's where the heat and the air conditioning will be vented into the room. And they had done that in the old wall, the wall that was there, the curved wall that was there. Those curved walls were made out of kind of a very flat brick. They're very similar to the, in fact, they're almost identical to the Temet tiles that are on the floor like this. So they're not super thick, and the walls just weren't, they were okay, but they were not in great shape. The structure of them was not in great shape. So we decided to take those walls down. I'm talking just the curvature part, the curved parts, and then rebuild them using plasterboard, which is what Sylvain and Steven had done. Ben and Steven took down the original walls that were there, the original curved portions, and Ben didn't remember these grills being there because they had already been removed by Gascon Electricité when they had cut the openings for the ventilations. So no one really remembered them being there, but Mark did, and honestly, I had a vague memory of it, and that they were just there because behind the curved part of the walls is just sort of the corner of the house. It's just it's just space. And they were there just to provide ventilation for that space so moisture is not trapped in those walls. Because this wall behind all this is an exterior wall, so they were for ventilation. And then Mark asked me to remind Sylvain that eventually he has to put those ventilation grills back in. They're the vents for the heating and air conditioning. So Marc m'a dit que éventuellement tu dois couper les trous pour les ventilations.
Oui.
Oui.
Faut que je coupe les deux trous de ce côté pour la
Oui. Ce n'est pas urgent, juste ne n'oubliez pas.
Et aussi la clim en bas. Les plugs.
Le quoi?
Prise électrique.
Oh, the prise.
Et ouais, il y avait les prises aussi.
Okay. So, and also there's a electrical outlet. On les deux côtés?
Ouais, des deux côtés.
Oui, okay. So there's electrical outlets that go on just either side of the center part of the wall. Because the bed will be against this wall. So there's a little electrical outlet for bedside tables. I will just note, it's a lovely fall day today. And yesterday was very overcast and rainy. And today it's really absolutely beautiful out here. It's just a beautiful day. It's looking really beautiful here today. It's nice sun. It's actually warm here on the back terrace. It's really lovely. I am in the dining room. It's a very cloudy, overcast day. But the floor refinishers have finished refinishing the floors in the entrance hall. It's really, really wonderful to see this space. I'm kind of emptied out because we usually have a bunch of stuff in here. So you really get a sense of this space. It's really, it's kind of impressive. And the floor has got a nice finish on it. And honestly, this space, I'm standing right at the front door. So this is when you enter the room, when you enter the house, this is what you see first. There will be, of course, some better lighting. But really, this room's not gonna have a lot of furniture in it. It's really meant to be open and to really highlight the staircase and kind of make an impression when you enter the chateau. So there were some repairs on the floors that had to be done, and then the whole thing got kind of, just a little bit of a resurfacing. And there's a slight sheen to the floor, but it's not overly shiny, which is kind of nice. So it doesn't look like it's brand new. It still feels like it's been here. It has that sense that it's been polished for many years. It looks great. And it really looks great without all the furniture in here. I'm really liking this space. Just kind of, it's really the only space in the chateau that has kind of this big expanse in it. It's the largest open space in the chateau because it takes up really what normally would be 2 rooms, this sort of first entrance area and then where the staircase is. So it's looking great. Tomorrow, Ben bought a house that needs a lot of work, even more work than the chateau. So he's borrowing the guys to pour the shop for his floors, which is like kind of a mortar base, a cement base for his floors. And so it's a very quiet day here at the chateau, which is actually kind of nice. Unfortunately, we didn't get all the work done on the walls before these floors were refinished. So tomorrow, when the guys come back, these floors are going to get covered up again to protect them so that the work on the walls can continue. It's mostly done. It's really actually really close. There's just a little bit more to do to get it fully prepped. And also, we're going to remove the paint on the sides of the staircase and bring this back to just the original stone. I love how you hear the footsteps as I'm walking, and I'm wearing slippers, but there's a nice echo in here. Echo, echo, echo. It's really great. We can't see anything. All right, very loud because we're sandblasting the side, and this is looking fabulous. Excellent. And I wasn't sure about it, but it looks so good. Questa è buona casa.